need you to show that.
People that are side-eyeing me, looking at me questionable.
What's good with everybody? So today let's talk about the viral news report on Ear to the Streets News. I'm your girl DJ Harmony. Let's get into what we came here to do and talk about August Alsina. Now, as you may know, August Alsina is a R&B artist. He has a great voice. He is definitely very attractive. I think he looks a lot like Will Smith in a different, like, skinnier way. But he's a very good-looking guy. I think that he has a lot of sensitivity and emotional vulnerability that I've never seen in a man before, and I think it's quite attractive, to be honest with you. He actually sat down with Angela Yee and revealed that, you know, to the world that he loved Jada Pinkette, and he's so happy that they got together. So I'm gonna let you hear the other part of that interview, and I'll be right back for my commentary, just kind of psychoanalyzing what he's saying and also some things that I've learned about August Alsina. Now, I am no doctor, okay? But Dr. Camille is in the building, and this is the segment that we're going to definitely talk about love and relationships today. It's going to be something I really wanted to get into this actual year of 2020, just relationships and how to definitely deal with things, you know, not only when it comes to business, I think in my own way, but also as far as just relationships and knowing when to cross those boundaries. I'll be talking a little bit more about that on my podcast, but this is just the start of what I want to talk about and just subliminal messages people send with communication. If you really break down what they're saying, you'll really find out a lot about them. And then we'll also reveal the other real things that he said in the interview that do speak to what I feel is definite evidence of who he is. So let's get into the first segment where he talks about his love for Jada Pinkette, and just watch the words that he says. He says devotion. He also says giving himself all to it and dying. So I mean, I'm at a loss for words. I don't know why he's spilling the tea now, but this is something that's been a story for quite some time. And I didn't put it out there because I was like, you know, I don't really know if it's true. And I'm on this particular channel, we don't do that. Like, we're not, we actually are here for music, so you will hear a great artist by the name of Brandon Elliott Smith after we're done, which will be the song of the day. But we definitely are in the space of just reporting news. I love news. I love to talk, you know, as you can see. But I also write everything that I talk about 90% of the time. You know, there are some times that I will read aloud and I'll source the content. But as of today, you know, I just really feel like there's something missing in all of this. And I want you to watch the next clip as you watch the beginning, a continuation of what happened with the Angela Yee interview. I really appreciate you guys for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe and like this video if you're watching still. And we'll get into the meat and potatoes of what we came here to do. It'll only take me 1 minute to kind of talk about that, so won't keep you guys here long. Thank you so much for watching, and let's hear August Alsina in his, you know, interview about telling the world Jada Pinkette is the love of his life. And for extended version of this, please listen on our podcast on iTunes or Google Play.
Here's
now
what I'll
listen
say.
to what he had to say.
People can have whatever ideas that they like. But what I'm not okay with is my character, you know, is not me, or that I know that I haven't done, you know. Contrary to what some people may believe, I'm not a troublemaker. You know, I don't like drama. Drama actually makes me nauseous, you know what I'm saying? Being in question. When certain things are questionable that I know.
Why is you texting me, asking who next to me? Why you care about who having sex with me? Now you all on my line, why you pressing me? Cause I got her legs open like sesame. What I got cooking with her ain't your recipe. Oh, she on her knees when she blessing me.
Friendships, relationships behind it, and I think it's because people don't necessarily know the truth, but I've never done anything wrong. I love those people, literally, like my family. I don't have a bad thing to say about them. They are beautiful people. You know, when something starts affecting my life, and not only affecting my life, but affecting my wellness and my well-being, and also starts to block my heart space is blocked. I don't really have a choice but to express my truth. I actually sat down with Will and had a conversation due to the transformation from
Say here that August Alsina is obviously in love with Jada Pinkette. I really believe he's in love with her, and just the words that he's using, it's obvious that he's really hurt by this situation. So I'd like you guys to comment below, let me know what you think of this whole situation. He's definitely a great singer, and I hope that he gets someone that actually appreciates his love. Go and listen to what he had to say at the close of the interview. Thanks for tuning in to Ears and Streets.
their marriage to life partnership that they've spoken on several times, and it, not involving romanticism. He gave me his blessing, and I totally gave myself to that relationship for years of my life, and I truly and really, really deeply loved and have a ton of love for her. I devoted myself to it. I gave my full self to it. So much so to the point that I can die right now and be okay with knowing that I truly gave myself to somebody.
Right, you did the right thing.
And I really loved a person. I experienced that. I know what that feels like, and some people never get that in this lifetime. So I know that I'm completely blessed. And this conversation is difficult because there's so much that it would be hard for people to understand. But once it starts to affect me in my livelihood, I have to speak up about my truth and stand on my 10 with anything that may come along with it.
Is it disappointing that she never addressed it to you? Because, like you said, you lost out on opportunities.
Yeah.
And if there's
I really can't even, I never even can get into the thought of that because I'm only responsible for myself, right? And I'm only responsible for, what I do. When I'm repressing and suppressing things and it starts to affect me, I have to